a man having multiple wives, that polygyny is a sin. Yahuwah made one man for one woman and one woman for one man, one flesh. The argument I always hear is a man cheats on his wife. So the solution to the cheating is for that man to have multiple wives so they, know each other and they don't have to sneak around. And I find it funny how the solution is for a woman to share her man, but it's never for a man to practice sexual discipline and self-control. Make it make sense. But yeah, y'all, if you're being taught that a man is allowed to have multiple wives, you are being led straight into sexual immorality, which is against Yahuwah and what he said in his word. This is just a quick reminder that polygyny, a man having multiple wives, that polygyny is a sin.
Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Call Halim La Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakha HaKwadash. And double honors to the elders and apostles, the men of great millstone. And to the rest of the brethren on down is teaching and preaching the true doctrine of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Shalom, Bayas Shal Dawada. And to the Akim and Akwab, that's out to repent, to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, whose fathers go back to one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob Yasha Allah. Shalom to you, Mashpachah. Jahakarab coming at you with another one. A real quick one. And you saw the clip in the beginning. Don't make no goddamn sense, man. Don't make no sense. See? Just seem to think that it's lucky. They just seem to think that they're just the only one. That the man is just, he gets you, he only supposed to just have you. Now, hey, on this side, hey, you wasn't taught that. You wasn't taught that a man can have you, her, and multiple wives. Because why? A part of our punishment. This is a part of our punishment for the women of our nation to have those minds. To say, oh no, it's just supposed to be just me, only me. That's a punishment for you, Jakes. That's a punishment for us. See? Because in the old time, women literally knew that, okay, well, they literally knew that was okay. It was okay for that to be done. See? Because what you think? What if one wife was on her monthly cycle? And then you all flustered and bothered and wanted, so what, you just gotta wait? You just gotta wait 7 days? Or can you go to your other wife and have those certain desires fulfilled? See? But this is the problem with our people, man. You have been ultimately destroyed in Babylon the Great. All these things come with when the scripture says, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. This is a part of that mental destruction. Of you thinking that, oh, yeah, polygyny, that is sin. Shut up. No, it ain't. You ain't going to find that nowhere in the scriptures. I mean, nowhere in the scriptures where a man having multiple wives is a sin. You ain't going to find that nowhere. See? But let's get a few of these scriptures, and we're going to get a few main ones. But then we go grab a few of these other ones to show you that, hey man, in the men of old, this is how the Most High established it. Like, man, like what you think? Matter of fact, let me grab this real quick. When you go on, let me see real quick. Is that 5th chapter? Right? Now when you go into this right here, you see this right here? Now when you go into this right, just reading this right here. Let's read it. Let's start from the top. Why not? Genesis 5 and verse 1. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that Yahweh created man, in the likeness of Yahweh created he him. Male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam, meaning what? From the ground. And it's Adama, from the ground. And not Adam, meaning Edom. No. Adam, Adama, from the ground, in the day when they were created. And Adam lived 130 years, and he begat a son. But Adam lived 130 years and begat a son in his own likeness, after his image, and called his name Seth. And the days of Adam after he begat Seth were 800 years, and he begat sons and daughters. Now, you think that Adam just had one wife, and that one wife, she begat all of the children that he had? That's what you think? If you think that he just had one wife, and that one wife had all these sons and daughters for him, you are stupid. And you're going to go on and on and on and on and on. Now, let me grab this real quick, just to prove that point right quick. I'm going to go down and I'm going to show you something real quick. Right? Well, let's go down. Let me get to it, right? I'm looking for Lamech, right? Come on, where you at? There you go. Now, let me read this. And Methuselah. Now, mind you, this is the line of the sons of Yahweh. Now, it was other people in the earth during this time, but this is a particular line. This is the line that those that came out of Seth. See? This one is dealing with this one lineage, this one particular line of the sons of Yahweh. But let me start at 25. It says, and just to prove the point of when it says what? That you think all these men that when they had sons and daughters and they begat sons and daughters, you think all those sons and those daughters was begat by one woman? That one man went into one woman and they had all these children. All these children throughout all the lives that they lived, they was just this one every year. She was just having one child or twins or triplets or quadruplets. That's what you think? Let me read this. And Methuselah lived and Methuselah lived 807 years and begat Lamech. Right? And Methuselah lived after he begat Lamech 782 years and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Methuselah, and all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. And Lamech lived 182 years and begat a son. What it says, and a son, Noah, right? So he begat Noah. But now the point that, well, let's go back. Let's go, because the other one, man, let me just grab this real quick. Let me show you. Let me just grab this. Because they had the same name. Right? They had the same name. You see right here? 4 and 19. And what it says. Let's go read it. And you see what it says? And unto Enoch was born Irad. And Irad begat Mehujael. And Mehujael begat Methusael. And Methusael begat Lamech. And Lamech took unto him 2 wives. Wait, what did he do? He took unto him 2 wives. So you would say, oh, polygyny. Wait, this is way back then. Mind you, this is before the flood. Before the flood. See? And we're going to go and grab those ones pertaining to what was being transpired after the flood. It's like a lot of people, like you go into the scriptures where it speaks about Noah. Noah had, don't you know that Noah, what happened? Noah he took his wife, his 3 sons, and their wives. So it was 8 people on the ark. 4 men and 4 women. Now, mind you, do you actually think that Noah 3 sons, that they was all conceived by his woman that was received, one of his wives that was received on the ark with him? Do you actually think that those was their mother? When you go into the scriptures, they didn't say nothing. Now one of them said that was a mother. When Ham went into his father's wife, it was his father's wife. It wasn't their mother. So that right there alone would tell you that Noah had many wives, but not all those wives got to go into the ark. See? A lot of our people, you got them simple ass brains. And a lot of these Jake women, you just think so much that you the prize that only a man's supposed to have you. You can't you can't even fulfill all a man's desires. He might want to do, you always, oh no, I got a headache. My head hurt, my back hurt. My head hurt, my back hurt, and my finger hurt. You know, y'all, you motherfucker be like, man, what the hell is going on with this shit? I want some box right now. And this bitch talking about her finger hurt. Like, oh, my finger and my toe hurt. I got a headache. Oh, my stomach hurt. Oh, I got a cramp. Making up all kind of excuses. See? Okay, but what? That man can have him another wife, so wait, you ain't got to worry about that. She gonna help you anyway. See? But the point I'm just making, we gonna get some more of these scriptures though, because hey, they just always that's these niggas though, man. That's these damn nigga women for you to thinking that no, see it's just me and only me. Now hey, we already know what position we in right now. Hey, it wouldn't be wise in this place anyway, because a lot of these motherfuckers right here in place of your captivity, they destroyed. Meaning, you'll have multiple wives, and you'll be doing some shit. That bitch will be out doing something with another motherfucker. While you at your next wife house, she'll be doing something with another motherfucker while you gone. See? But it's just showing that, hey, this is what's going to happen. Especially in the kingdom. But let me grab a few more of these, though, real quick. Let's grab this one. Genesis, the 16th chapter. Right? I'm going to start from the top. And it says what for Abraham? And Sarai, Abram's wife, bare him no children. And she had an handmaid, an Egyptian, whose name was Hagar. And it says what? And Sarai said unto Abram, behold, now the Lord had restrained me from bearing. I pray thee, go in unto my maid. Meaning what? Her servant woman, which was his servant woman. It may be that I may obtain children by her. And Abram hearkened to the voice of his wife. It's like the voice of Sarai. And Sarai, Abram's wife, took Hagar, her maid, the Egyptian, after Abram had dwelt 10 years in the land of Canaan, and gave her to her husband Abraham to be his wife. You see that? See, you see the mindset of the women of old rather than now? See? This was this was a part of the mindset that, oh wait, I need some help. And I need some help. I can't bake all these biscuits and all this stuff by myself. I need some help. Get in here. He gonna have another wife and shit, and you gonna help me bake these damn biscuits. You know, I'm just saying, that was just the mindset back then. And it's going to be a mindset again in the kingdom. See? Let's jump to another one. Let's grab another. Matter of fact, let me grab this one real quick. Let's go to 1 Samuel. 1 Samuel, chapter 1. Now there was a certain man of Ramah, of Ramah, right, in Mount Ephraim, and his name was Elkanah, the son of Jeroham, the son of Elihu, the son of Tohu, the son of Zuph, and an Ephrathite. And he had 2 wives. The name of the one was Hannah, and the name of the other Peninnah. And Peninnah had children, but Hannah had no children. What it says, this man had what? 2 wives. You think they were sitting back arguing and fighting? You think Hannah was arguing and fighting with Peninnah? No, they wasn't. They was not. See, once again, this was the mindset of the women back then. You have been destroyed to not even understand that it was a part of it. This is a part of our heritage as a people. But you run around here, Babylon the Great, run around talking about, oh yeah, clearly in the earth, the Most High, he make and create and made more women than man. Off top. You got more women in the earth than you actually do have men. Why? Because it was destined for men to have multiple wives. But y'all actually think, and then when you just Google yourself, Google and ask it, how many, is it more women in the earth than men? No, you'll see an Edomite say, no, it's not more women than men. It's one woman to every man. Just fucking weird as shit. That's y'all damn mindset. And you will listen to these goddamn devils. Because clearly, it's more women in the earth than men. Why? Because each man's supposed to have multiple wives. See? But y'all don't get it, though. Y'all don't get it. Especially these damn N-dubs. They literally think that you just so special that a motherfucker, you think if you don't want to have children, no, I don't want to have children right now, so wait a minute. So a man got to wait till you decide to say you want to have children in order for him to have children? You out your dumbass minds, and a lot of their ass say, no, yes, he do. And if he don't want to be with me, then he can just go be with somebody else. That's what they think. They actually think that no, when it's come time for the man to have children, it's up to the woman to decide to say, okay, I'm gonna have your children. Now you gonna say, okay, now I can have children because she wanna have children. Bull fucking shit. If you want motherfucking children, and then she don't want to give it, you better get you another motherfucking woman that's going to have them. Because you don't got to wait on her. Most High told you to wait on no damn woman in order for you to have children. You stupid as hell. But see, that's the mindset of these damn fucking nigga women. They literally think that you got to wait to have children when they decide to have children. You see? Don't make no sense. Let's grab this one, though. Let's grab this one. Let's go back to Genesis. Genesis 32. What about our forefather? What about our forefather? Did they say, oh, no, you ain't going to be doing this, you ain't going to be doing that to me. No, you can't be just having her. No, you got to, no, it's just supposed to be only me. Nope. Let's go down to it. See, these motherfuckers are something else, man. Something motherfucking else. And I'm just going to get to the point. Let me see. Slack here. Genesis 32. And I started 20. And say, ye Moab, behold, thy servant Jacob is behind us. For he said, I will appease him with a present. That matter of fact, let me just go down to the point. Because this is when our forefather was coming back into the land after he had worked and labored for his uncle Laban, his mother's brother, to get his wives. See? Which was what? Which was his, basically his first cousins. See? And he didn't sit back and yeah, these are my wives. And no, they was his wives, both of them. And they didn't say, no, you can't have. That was the way. Because if it wasn't the way, why would the fathers of these women give him his daughters if that wasn't the way? This is a father giving away his two daughters to one man. If that wasn't the way that it was to go, then and also now too. But if that wasn't the way, why would he do it? If he thought that was wrong, if he thought anything was wrong, and no, this polygyny is sin. If he thought that, why would he give his two daughters to one man? Why would he do it? Why would he do it? And this is a father. Why would he give his two daughters? Because that was the way of life. That was the way. That's the way. See? All this place, Babylon, that taught the women to be adulterous whores, and then taught the men to be a fucking adulterous assholes, adulterers. Basically to go seek on other men's property and shit. Because a woman is a man's property. When that man obtained that woman is his property. See, everything you've been taught here is all wrong, man, and this shit gonna be annihilated when Big Bro come. But let's grab this. Genesis 32 and 22. And he rose up that night and took his 2 wives. What did our forefather do? He took his 2 wives and his 2 what? Women servants. His 2 what? His women servants, meaning his concubines. They also was his wives. They was lesser wives because he had his main wives, which was Rachel and Leah, and then his concubines, Zillah and I had to go get the other. But the point is, he had his 2 concubine wives. See, they're 2 servant ones. That's why Hagar, she was a servant wife. Abraham had his main wife, which was who? Sarah, and then he had his concubine, which was who? Hagar. That's 2 wives. See? The Most High ain't said that, oh yeah, you committing a sin. Especially with our forefather. Did he tell our forefather that you committing a sin by having these 2 wives? Hell no, man. So who we gonna listen to? A silly ass little damsel? or we gonna listen to Yahweh Shem Yahushua? Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that's who we gonna listen to. See, and then they're trying to go to the scripture where he said that every man, especially like the other idiots, let every man have his own wife. When it says that, it don't mean that let every man have just one wife. It's saying let every man have his own wife and not another man's wife. That's what it's talking about. You're not to be trying to have another man's property. Get your own. Whether it might be 1. If you want 1, hey, just get 1. If you want 2, 3, 4, long as they're yours and nobody else's. That's what it's talking about. But what it says, and he rose up that night and took 2 wives and his 2 women servants and his 11 sons and passed over the ford Jabbok. But the point I just wanted was just that. See, that he did what? He took his 2 main wives and he took his 2 lesser wives. See? Like, you people simple as hell. Simple as hell. Let's grab this real quick. Deuteronomy 21. And let's go down to 10. Right? And it says what? You see what it says right there? It says what? Domestic. Matter of fact, let me go back real quick, because I'm going to grab this real quick. It says woman servant. Right? Let's go on to that woman servant right quick. Right here. And you see what it says? Shapaka. Shapaka. Right? And it says what? Maid servant, slave girl. Maid servant, maid servant, maid servant as belonging to a mistress of a dress, speaker, humility, figurative. And now when you come, let me see. You see what it says right here? Handmaid, maid servant, bondwoman, maiden, woman servant, maiden, handmaid, bondmaid, servant, and what it says right here? Wench. That means a concubine. You see that? It said a concubine. You see? Now let's grab this. Deuteronomy 21 and 10. When thou goest forth to war against thy enemies, and the Lord thy power had delivered them into what? Into thy hands. And thou hast taken them captives, and seest among the captives a beautiful woman. What? See among the captives a beautiful woman. Now, this ain't talking about that, oh, just you don't already got a woman. It said, yeah, you already got a woman. But you taking them captives, but you already got a woman already. And it says, you see among the captives a beautiful woman. Meaning what? A slave girl, a handmaid, a bed wench, concubine. And seest among the captives a beautiful woman, and has a desire unto her, that thou wouldest have her to thy wife. And it says what? Then thou shalt bring her home to thy house, and she shall shave her head and pare her nails, and she shall put the raiment of her captivity from off her, and she shall remain in thy house and bewail her father and mother a full month. And after that thou shalt go in unto her and be her husband. Meaning what? She's a lesser wife. She's a concubine. And she shall be thy wife. You see that? It's the same thing pertaining to what pertaining to Abraham and Hagar. See? She was a maid servant. A matter of fact, you know what? Let me go back to that because I want to get that. 16, right? You see what it says right here? It says, now Sarai, Abraham's wife, bare no children, and she had a handmaid, an Egyptian, whose name was Hagar. And you see what it says right here down here at the bottom. When you see verse 3, you see at the bottom of verse 3, it says Abraham to be his wife. See? Meaning what? Let's go back up and get that handmaid though, right? Let's grab the handmaid, which we just read it, right? And you see this, it's the same word right there. You see that? Shapaka. See? It's the same word. So once again, we're going back into a bed witch, a concubine. You see that? See? So this is what took place right here in Deuteronomy. And it's going to take place again. What you think? When Yahweh shall come and we receive salvation, don't you know that it's going to be, the Israelite man is going to be walking around the earth with just, I just got a wife. That's my one wife. Man, we're going to have multiple wives. See? Multiple wives. See? Let me grab this real quick. Let's grab that Isaiah. Isaiah 4 and 1. Matter of fact, let's grab that 14 and 1 first. Isaiah 14 and verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Yashar'Allah, and set them in their own land, and the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and what? And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and to their place, and the house of Yashar'Allah shall possess them in the land of Yahweh. For what? For servants, manservants, and handmaids, female servants. And what you think you going to do to the female servants? It said, if you see among the captives a beautiful woman, and thou has a desire none, that you would have her to wife, hey, what you going to do? She got a process. She going to be taken. She going to be put in baths. She going to be soaked in all kind of lilies and flowers and roses and frankincense and stuff. She going to be smelling how you want her to smell before you touch her. You see that? And in that time, the mindset of the women of our wives, they going to be, oh, no, you take with that bitch. No, hell, not bitch. And ain't none of that shit going to be happening. Because you're going to be changed. It ain't going to be no more that disobedient spirit thinking like, oh, no, you going to be jealous of the other woman when y'all both, no, y'all both going to serve that man. You going to have the Israelite woman that's going to serve her husband, and then you going to have the concubine, and she going to respect that you have those concubines. See? What you think these fucking Edomites did when we was on them plantations? They wives knew that they was going into some of their slave women, especially if they was beautiful, finding them a fine ass sister. You don't think these goddamn Edomite bitches knew that old Bob or Jack or Frank or whatever the fuck their name is was out there fucking with the sister? Then they get in here, and the sister was one of his that washed his back in the tub and scrubbed their damn floors and all of those shit. You don't think his wife knew that he was going to her? They knew that. So how much more us in the kingdom when we go back to our rightful estate? When we be changed? Our women go know that. They and it ain't gonna be no big deal. See? And it says what? For the Lord, for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. You see that? So what you think we gonna do to these handmaids? Let's go back into it and see the same thing. Let's see real quick. Let's see the same thing. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it's the same word. You see it. There you go again right there, handmaid. You see what it says. Shapaka. You see what it says right there. See? But let's go back to Isaiah 4:1. And what you think we gonna do? He said they gonna be captives. What you think? If we see among the captives a beautiful woman and has a desire to her, hey man, that's it. See? So you jakes, man, y'all simple as hell, man. Y'all simple as hell. Isaiah 4 verse 1. And in that day, what? In that day, and in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man. What the hell is that right there? No, that's something that already happened. That already happened. Well, it says what? And in that day, 7, it says what? A remnant prepared. It said a remnant. You see the title where it says right there, a remnant prepared? Who is that salvation for? When the Lord say a remnant, what did he say? What did he say about the remnant? You see what it says, a remnant prepared. See? Matter of fact, let me grab this real quick before I go back. Let's grab that Isaiah. Isaiah, 10. Isaiah 10. And let's go down to 20. Because what did he say he gonna do with that remnant? What it says. And it shall, what it says? A remnant shall return, and a remnant shall be prepared. Right? Right? And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Yasharallah and such as escape, meaning what? Such as are escape who? Those that escape. It says what? Those that escape of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Holy One of Yasharallah in truth. The remnant shall return, even the remnant, what? Even the remnant of Jacob unto the mighty power. For though thy people, Yasharallah, be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption decree shall overflow with righteousness. But it says a remnant shall return. But let's go back though. And see what it says? A remnant prepared. So for the remnant, which is the elect, what's going to take place? And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man. Wait, what is this right here? That sounds a lot like polygyny right there. 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread, meaning do their own cooking and shit what they supposed to do, and wear our own apparel. You know what the apparel of a woman is? They gonna be modestly dressed. See, they ain't gonna be walking around talking about, hey, you gonna wear them pants today? Okay, I'm gonna put them pants. I'm gonna wear them pants today. And you looking at her like, what the fuck? What? You know, she wanna wear your pants with you. Ain't gonna be no more of that. They gonna wear their own apparel. They gonna be modestly dressed. See, in that royal apparel. And it says, only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Wait a minute. Do you know what happens when a woman takes the name of a man? She is your wife. So wait a minute. So these women right here saying, only let us be called by thy name, meaning these are going to be his wives. See? You see that? Let's read the NLT. In that day, so few men will be left that 7 women will fight for each man, saying, let us all marry you. Let us all do what? Let us all marry you, meaning we your wives. We will provide our own food and clothing. Only let us take your name so we won't be mocked as old maids. See? But you see it, though. You see it. Let's grab this one in Isaiah 60. Isaiah 60th chapter. Now we know Isaiah 60th chapter, when you go into them, it's talking about in the kingdom, right? But let's go down though, right? Let's go down to 22. Isaiah 60 and 22. Now, you know what? Let's start up at 18 and read down. Why not? Isaiah 60 and 18. Violence shall no more be heard in the land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders. That ain't talking about now, because you hear violence in the land. You hear wasting and destruction in the land. See? So what it says? But thou shalt call thy walls salvation, and thy gates praise. This is talking about when we get the kingdom. When Yahweh shall return and we receive salvation. The sun shall be no more thy light by day, neither the brightness shall the moon give light unto thee. But the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, shall be unto thee an everlasting light, and thy God, thy power, thy glory. The sun shall no more go down, neither shall the moon withdraw itself. For the Lord shall what? Be thy everlasting light, and the days of thy mourning shall be ended. Verse 21. Thy people also shall what? Thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever. The branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. And what? A little one shall become 1,000. What it says? A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. How that's gonna happen? How's a little one gonna become 1,000, and a small one a great nation? How? How? Because those multiple wives gonna be in effect. That's how. See? You figure if you got 10 wives, within 10 years, man, you can have fucking 100 children. You can have 100 children in 10 years. See? Because a woman she either gonna have twins or she can have a child every year. So if you got 10 wives, that's 10 children in a year, right? You times that by 10, that's 100. That's how a little one gonna become 1,000, and a small one a great nation. You see? So you people need to stop tooting your own motherfucking horn, man. Stop tooting your own horn. And we'll let that suffice. I had a few more I wanted to get out. But we already know about Solomon. We know about Rehoboam. Solomon had 1,000 wives, 700 wives, and 300 concubines. Rehoboam had 18 wives. See? You people don't get it. Then they be, it's because they was this, and they was because that was that. Shut up. Shut up. See, you had men that wasn't that had multiple wives. You people need to just hang it up. And keep y'all mouth shut when y'all know what the hell y'all talking about. And we're going to end it off there. Giving our honor and praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakah HaKodash. Shalom, Yasharallah.